And I woke up one day, and I had, a wife and 3 children and no job, and I'd never worked for anybody. And the last person you're going to hire, by the way, is a failed entrepreneur. So, I thought, what the heck am I going to do? So I thought, well, what do I know? By this time, I'd become actually an expert in systems, because it's the only way we got out of this mess in the first place. And so I thought, well, I can teach other people how to fix their companies. And so I became a consultant. And a couple of people took pity on me, and they gave me some work. And I helped them turn their companies around, and I got busy. So it was pretty nice. And so what I noticed was, here I was now a reasonably successful consultant, and I started training after that, and we had a number of different trainings we were doing, and those seemed to be going pretty well. And so I would be driving along, and the day is beautiful, the sun's out, and the birds are singing, and the grass is green. And Jeff, my president, would jump into my mind. And I would go, I can't believe it, someday the truth will be known about that guy. Millions will come my way because of what he did. And you know what, I don't even want the millions. You know what I want? 10 minutes in a room alone with him. That's all I want with him. And now I am miserable. The clouds came over, and the birds choked and fell out of the trees, and the grass is brown, and I'm miserable. What's changed in 3 minutes? Nothing. My thoughts came in, and then, of course, you can imagine. I mean, there was a pretty good sized emotional trigger around Jeff. So I had to create a quiver of thoughts that I could go to when he would jump into my mind, because I didn't want to go against myself and be unhappy. So I would have to he would jump in, and I would start to feel all these things, and then I would go to my quiver, and my quiver were other thoughts. So I would reach back here, and the first thought was, wait a minute. Jeff got you out of a business that you were so tired of, that you were so sick of having, he did something for you you would have never done for yourself. You learn systems in a way no one will ever learn systems. You did it in real time, you did it in real crisis, and you have become an expert in systems. Probably more so than almost any other way that could have happened. Another thing out of the quiver. You're doing something you love to do. You wanted to teach. You are teaching. He really, in one way or another, got you in a position to do this. Trying to think of another one. Anyway, I would just pull these out. I mean, what were all the blessings that came, from Jeff? Because he forced me to go through, what looked like my worst fears, losing the business, not being able to take care of my family, and, being, ridiculed, really, within my own industry, those sorts of things. And all of a sudden, I would feel better. I would say, the truth is, he did me a favor. I should probably send him roses someday. Yeah, exactly. So, and now, when I did this the first time, do you think that was the end of it? No, it wasn't. So, the next time I'm driving down the road and he jumped into my mind, I would have to go through the process again, and again, and again. But each time I went through it, the energy would come off it. And then one day, I noticed Jeff would jump into my mind, and I felt fine. I didn't even have to go through the process anymore, because I'd cleared it all. It was not there anymore. So this is the opportunity of being able to use the principles, starting with awareness, no matter how bad it is. No matter what your mother or father did to you, no matter what your boss said, no matter the humiliation that you went through or the pain, none of that, it doesn't matter. All of it can be handled if you're willing to do the work. And of course, every time you do this work, you free yourself up. You take good care of yourself and you free yourself up. It's one less thing that's ever going to come into your mind to create unhappiness. And if you continue to do the work over a period of time, what happens over time as far as your life goes? Yeah, incredible change, transformation, and you get to the point where, number one, there's not too much you're afraid of anymore. there's not too much that you're still hanging on, you know, to those negative emotions about anymore. You are free. You become free.